So with the Ottawa collection, I literally put my fingerprint on it. The carpet is actually my fingerprint. So if you want to steal my identity, you're more than welcome. And my fingerprint is on a mug. So this is kind of the small object, and then talks about the bigger collection. But really, the fingerprint is just a beautiful, I think, kind of abstract form, and a form that we can all relate to, because it really speaks about kind of, let's say, this new global individuality that's taking place, where we're all kind of empowered really to express our individuality. And there's a nice collection of cups and also espresso cups to go with the collection. This is one of a little bit of a homage to where I live, which is really my sketch of the skyline of New York City. And then there's a mug here that I actually took a sketch from probably almost 30 years ago, from when I was in university, where I used to do these abstract forms, and I would draw huge pages of just continual forms. So really, as this whole collection is a little bit of a homage to my roots, I thought I would use a sketch that's from that period. As well as there's some kind of abstract and more what I call kind of digipop language, which tries to speak about, I think, this kind of time we live in today, the kind of digital era, and in a sense how colorful and playful and really personalized the digital era is. And also I've done a mug here, which is really my symbols that I've created over the last 20 years, really. And it's symbols that I designed as a kind of very personal language. My personal hieroglyphics that I started out actually just doing little symbols. And the symbols originally were just to kind of mark my work. It was really to speak about my project. So I would do an object, let's say, and I put a small symbol on it. It was just a way of signing my work. And in turn, over the years, it became 54 symbols. And they're really, over time, I started to tattoo my body with the same symbols. So I've gone to different cities in the world where I've been very proactive and done a lot of work, and found a symbol that had meaning, a relationship to that place. And then I would kind of get myself tattooed within that city. So for example, with Denmark, since this whole collection is with a Danish company, I actually, a couple of years ago, did my symbol for empathy. And I got that done in Copenhagen. So that's on my body. And well, I won't show exactly that one because it's not in the location I can show you, I think, but you can see the symbols and the extension of them on the objects themselves. And really at the end, they just become a very, I think, kind of nice abstract pattern. So the collection of saucers and cups, ceramic cups, are actually, will eventually, I think, become collector's items, as they will be limited in production. So with the collection is also a lamp that's being designed. And again, it kind of denotes back and harps back a little bit to the language of the period of Danish design, a kind of very, very subdued, very minimal, really, in a sense, pure geometry in a way. But it's just kind of updated with some nice technology and a kind of new form. And so I think it's kind of very subtle, and it just kind of glows in your apartment. I've also done a few other accessories with BoConcept for the first collection, which we'll eventually add on to. But some nice ceramics that are kind of reconfigurable, or you could have 10 of them and run them down a table and put appetizers and hors d'oeuvres on them. And also a collection of vases, and the vases all kind of interlock and connect to each other. So you can kind of run them on forever or just use them actually separately, so everyone's actually a different form.